Let's go straight into the piece of breaking news which is coming in now. Dr. Umar's friend Sajjad Ahmed has now been detained by the Jammu and Kashmir police. He is another doctor which has been identified in Pulwama. He is believed to be Sajjad Ahmed Mala. He is the friend of Dr. Umar. What was his role? Remember, Dr. Umar bought the car from someone in Pulwama, this I-20 with the Haryana number plate, had exchanged multiple hands and multiple fake documents were being used to sell and purchase this car. And finally, this car actually is responsible for that blast. It was carrying the explosives when the blast happened. Now, another doctor who's believed to be a friend of Dr. Umar, Sajjad Ahmed Mala, has been arrested, in fact, detained. One moment first, let's listen into what Rekha Gupta is saying.
लेआउट मांगा तो मैं ये देख रही हूँ कि उन हॉटस्पॉट के आसपास ही पूरा का पूरा इतना डस्ट था, वही कच्चा एरिया है, वहीं पे ही गंदगी थी। उन सबको हमने धीरे धीरे करके उसको पक्का करना, उसको साफ करना, उसमें डस्ट मिटिगेशन करना। आज पूरे के पूरे शहर में जिस तरीके की अव्यवस्थाएं पिछली सरकार के कार्यकाल में थी और आज जो लोग चिल्ला चिल्ला के बात करना चाह रहे हैं, परंतु दिल्ली शहर ने
So the details which is coming in now, the Jammu and Kashmir, as we have been saying, this is a multi-state, multi-agency probe. Another doctor has been detained from Pulwama and he has been identified as Sajjad Ahmed Mala, who is the friend of Dr. Umar. And this has happened in Pulwama by the Jammu and Kashmir police. In this investigation, remember, the UPATS is carrying out investigation in Lucknow. The Haryana police is investigating in Faridabad, and even as we speak, it is the Jammu and Kashmir police which has all the details of what is happening in Pulwama. Now, a friend of Dr. Umar, Sajjad Ahmed Mala, has been detained. We'll try and connect with our reporter who's joining us on this broadcast. So what is the role of Sajjad Ahmed Mala? And did he provide some kind of material support, or was he part of the larger conspiracy, is a subject of investigation, remember. And that is the picture of Sajjad Ahmed Mala, who has now been detained by Jammu and Kashmir police. He's the friend of Dr. Umar, is believed to be also the one who had the details of that car. Let's listen into what Farid is giving us the details on this story.
आ रहे जो लेटेस्ट अरेस्ट हुए हैं डॉक्टर सजाद अहमद मल्ला, जो कि 27 साल के, आयरॉनिकली 2 ही दिन पहले इनकी शादी हुई थी और आज सुबह जम्मू कश्मीर की पुलिस टीम्स आई हैं और इनको जो है यहाँ से डिटेन किया गया है। पुलिस सूत्रों का माने तो जो अभी क्वेश्चनिंग चल रही है, जो 2 डॉक्टर पुलिस की हिरासत में है, डॉक्टर मुजम्मिल और डॉक्टर आदिल, उनकी क्वेश्चनिंग में कुछ नाम बाहर आए हैं और उनमें से एक नाम इनका भी है। ये बत्रा मेडिकल कॉलेज से इन्होंने MBBS किया था और पिछले कुछ ही समय से अल-फला सीनियर रेजिडेंट के तौर पे जो है काम कर रहे थे, तो इनका नाम सरफेस हुआ है। अब इनको क्वेश्चनिंग के लिए उठाया गया है। इनका क्या कनेक्शन है इस अटैक से है या नहीं है, वो सुरक्षा एजेंसीज ही बताएंगी, लेकिन फिलहाल शक की बुनियाद पे इनको जो है क्वेश्चनिंग के लिए ले गए हैं। मैंने फैमिली से बात की, उन्होंने कहा कि आज सुबह जो है टीम्स आई थी। जी, the family says that this morning police teams came in and he has been detained. He's been picked up for questioning. Police did not tell them a lot, but our sources say that Dr. Sajjad was also working at Al-Falah, although he had gone there very recently. He had done his MBBS from Batra Medical College in Jammu. Post that, he did senior residentship, and now in fact, he was going to Al-Falah or was in that particular college for the same. Now, he has been picked up. Our sources further say that during the questioning of Dr. Adil and Dr. Muzammil, his name could have surfaced, and police sources also say that in the coming days more such people could be detained, because this is an ongoing investigation. New leads, new angles come up, and those really force these detentions. So that is something that can happen in the coming days as well. But this is his residence, and interestingly, he got married just 3 days back. A marriage function happened 3 days back, and today, this morning, he has been picked up. Now, We do not know whether he was part of this conspiracy, he had anything to do with this conspiracy, or this is just on the basis of suspicion, because his name could have cropped up and he has been picked up for questioning. So that is again something that the security, the police and the investigative agencies could tell us. But quite clearly, as investigations are ongoing, new leads, new evidence is coming up, new names are cropping up, and that is leading to people being detained. Since morning, 6 people have been detained, and Dr. Sajjad is the 7th person who has been detained.
And what may seem like a chilling plot straight out of a thriller turned into reality in the heart of the national capital. And now the investigation has uncovered links to other cities as well. Remember, it's a multi-state, multi-agency probe. That's how this big terror plot was waiting to unravel. Remember, 10 people have lost their lives. The terror trail now spans from Delhi to Pulwama to Faridabad and beyond. The Lucknow police is also involved in the investigation. The UPATS is actually conducting raids and investigating several doctors. Following these developments, the probe has swung back to Faridabad, where a terror module was busted only yesterday, including at the Al-Falah University, where 2,900 kgs of explosives and an armed cache were recovered. Acting on leads, the police have launched a massive search operation in connection with Dr. Muhammad Umar. And according to investigators, Dr. Umar had planned the attack in Delhi along with 2 aides. But when the police busted the Faridabad module on Monday morning, panic set in. Sources say the raids may have rattled Umar, with his aides arrested, and fearing that his capture was almost imminent, he allegedly decided to strike last minute, and in a desperate move, Dr. Umar is believed to have planted a detonator and ammonium nitrate before reportedly taking his own life in a suicide attack. But the raids aren't restricted to Faridabad anymore. As we have been saying, a police team has also been sent to Lucknow, where they are tracking absconding Dr. Parvez Ansari. And during the raid at his Lucknow residence, police is believed to have learned that Ansari, in fact, also taught at a university. His car, which was parked outside his house, carried a university pass and a sticker. And importantly, the number plate revealed that the vehicle was registered with the Saharanpur RTO. The role of the UPATS becomes important here now. In the operations carried out yesterday, Dr. Adil was arrested from Al-Falah University. He too comes from Saharanpur. So Saharanpur in Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh, Faridabad in Haryana, Jammu and Kashmir, Pulwama, all this is a subject of investigation. Cops have fanned across these multiple states to piece together what is the role of each of these conspirators. Remember, they are being called as white-collar terror module. All of them participated in it. What role did they have becomes crucial. We'll try and get one of the reporters to, in fact, first let's listen in to all the reactions which have come in, and then I'll go to the reporters.
फरीदाबाद की अल-फलाह यूनिवर्सिटी से डॉक्टर मुजम्मिल की गिरफ्तारी के बाद और शाम होते होते दिल्ली में हुए ब्लास्ट के बाद अब फरीदाबाद पुलिस सर्च ऑपरेशन चला रही है। दरअसल ये सर्च ऑपरेशन चल रहे हैं फरीदाबाद के गांव धौज में, फरीदाबाद के गांव फतेहपुर तगा में और इसके साथ ही अल-फलाह यूनिवर्सिटी में भी। ये तीनों जगह सर्च ऑपरेशन चलाए जा रहे हैं। मैं आपको दिखा दूँ, आप यहाँ पुलिस लगातार एक एक घरों की छानबीन कर रही है, लोगों के घरों में जा रही है, उनसे बाकायदा सवालात किए जा रहे हैं। सबसे बड़ा जो ज़ोर है वो जो अल-फलाह यूनिवर्सिटी में जो छात्र हैं उनको लेकर है, उनको लेकर पूछताछ की जा रही है कि कितने जो छात्र हैं कब से यहाँ रह रहे हैं, क्या उनकी आईडीज़ हैं। आप देख सकते हैं जो बाकायदा गाड़ियाँ यहाँ हैं लोगों के घरों में पार्क हैं, उन सब की भी जाँच की जा रही है। पुलिस लगातार एक एक घर में छानबीन कर रही है, सर्च ऑपरेशन चला रही है। और आपको बता दें कि इस सर्च ऑपरेशन में फरीदाबाद पुलिस के 1000 से ज़्यादा जवानों को शामिल किया गया है।
अच्छा, ये डॉक्टर परवेज है जहाँ पर एटीएस सुबह आई थी, तो क्या यहाँ पर पूछताछ की, आप लोगों से भी जानकारी ली?
नहीं, हमसे कुछ नहीं पूछा। वो पूछे कि यहाँ पे ताला कब से बंद है, हमने कहा भाई हम नहीं जानते। 2 दिन पहले से, मतलब देखा आदमी ऐसा पूछेगा तो कोई बताएगा कि कितने दिन से नहीं देखा उनको, बस आते जाते देखा उनको। ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब हाँ हम लोग कोई बात थी या कुछ भी।
अच्छा, कभी किसी से बातचीत करते हुए नहीं देखा कि डॉक्टर परवेज बात कर रहे हैं या कुछ कह रहे हैं या कुछ इस तरीके का?
नहीं, अब वो जो यहाँ के पुराने रहने वाले हैं तो वो लोग से कितना कैसा ताल्लुक था, क्योंकि हम लोग इधर आए हैं 3 महीने हुए हैं, कॉलेज जाना, पढ़ना लिखना, ऐसे।
कहाँ पढ़ते हैं आप?
हम लोग ये बगल में पढ़ते हैं, KMC।
कभी हलचल घर में दिखती हो, कभी लाइट जलती हो?
सिंगल रहते थे, कभी बल्ब भी एक नहीं जला होगा।
अच्छा,
मतलब जो अंदर क्या नाम है जलता होगा, दरवाजा बंद है तो पता नहीं चलेगा ना ऐसे। वो अकेले आते थे जाते थे, मैंने कभी ऐसा बात नहीं किया, कोई भी मेरे रूम में कोई भी ऐसा नहीं बात किया होगा।
उनका आना जाना था बराबर, आते जाते थे कि कभी रुक रुक के आते, रुक रुक के जाते थे?
ऐसा कभी नोट नहीं किया, बस दिख जाते थे बाहर आते जाते। ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने देखा हो कि हाँ रोज आते हो रोज जाते हो, ऐसा नहीं देखा।
इनका कोई किराएदार नहीं रहता है?
कोई नहीं,
सिर्फ अपना
अकेले रहते हैं। अब घर इनका है किसका है ये भी नहीं पता।
And more visuals now coming in of the impact which was seen of this blast near the Red Fort. CCTV shows strong impact during this blast, and this is the CCTV. Remember that entire area near Red Fort and Chandni Chowk has multiple CCTV cameras. There is also a police chowki right next to the Red Fort at the entrance of the Red Fort, because this is a high security zone, and the CCTV footage which has been accessed now is just meters away from the blast site, and the impact of the blast can be seen in that CCTV, which the timestamp becomes important of 6:46 is the timestamp, and at the time of the blast a strong lightning can be seen in the CCTV, which certainly causes havoc between the people. Let me cut across to Aishwarya Paliwal, who is giving us the details.
Well, Maria, this is a very crucial CCTV footage. In this CCTV footage, we have been able to establish the fact that the impact was such that people started running right away. You can, in this CCTV footage, see the huge lightning that is coming on from one side. Immediately, people realized that something was wrong. From what I can tell you, in all these lanes, all those shops that were very close to the site, 50 meters, 100 meters, even shops as far as 300 meters actually felt the impact of the blast. Most of the glass of the shops and even in the temples, most of the glasses have now been shattered. Initially, people thought that it was a cylinder blast. Some of the people, in fact, thought that something in the temple has gone wrong. And some people, in fact, thought that something in the kitchen has actually left, was the reason why the blast happened. But when they saw the people running, and this is exactly what you can even see in the CCTV footage, people can be seen running. The blast took place and then there was utter chaos. Now, this new CCTV footage is giving you a timestamp of 6:46. So that's something which we will now have to very closely look at, but the kind of impact can be very clearly seen in the CCTV footage. Maria.
Aishwarya, we are looking at the timestamp. It becomes important because it's 6:46. We have been saying that there are multiple CCTV cameras in and around that area. It's a busy market space. There are also visitors, and that time becomes important, particularly because, Aishwarya, that is the time when perhaps the commuters and also those who were there at the market space would be heading back to their homes. That is why 6:46 is the timestamp. 6:52 is when we are believed to is the time of the blast, is the initial report which is coming in. And that visual, it's a busy market space. We see the impact because one vehicle, that is I-20, is actually involved in this explosion, and it damages close to 3 to 4 vehicles, Aishwarya.
Well, we are seeing the kind of impact, Maria. Very, very clear the way people started running. It was life as usual just before the blast took place. The blast took place. You can see the strong lighting, and this is what most of the people that we have spoken with have been speaking about it. They have been speaking about the fact that they could not believe what actually hit them, because the entire shops, the glasses that were shattered, they all felt as if there were huge tremors that were coming in. Now, this lasted for almost 2 minutes, and that's exactly what you can see in the CCTV footage. Also, the blast lasted for more than 40 seconds. You could see the huge lighting, and then people running away from the spot, trying to find shelter, trying to actually understand what exactly has happened. This is a new CCTV footage exclusively. India Today is getting the details for you. The timestamp very, very important. We will have to see whether it was 6:46 or 6:52 as the initial reports are pointing towards. But yes, the impact of the blast very, very clearly can be seen and can also be felt the way people were running immediately after the blast took place.
And this CCTV is pointing towards those gates which are leading to Chandni Chowk. When we look at that area, and we have been describing that area for you, the site of the blast, there is a red fort on the opposite side of the road, and next to these gates which actually lead to Chandni Chowk is the Jain temple. And this is the camera which is pointing towards that. You can see people running inside that gate soon after the blast. There is a sudden lightning and also the sound. Aishwarya, describe for our viewers the number of CCTVs which are there in that area, and there is actually regular monitoring which happens in that police chowki next to the Red Fort entrance.
Well, let me tell you, Maria, for those people who have actually been in these bylanes, you understand that almost every pillar has a CCTV footage because the administration understands how important it is to keep a hawk's eye, especially in these areas. And we have seen during the UP area the number of blasts, unfortunately, that used to take place. So surveillance has always been high in these areas. Now, let me just tell you, if we look at the radius of almost 5 kilometers, more than 200 CCTV footages. In fact, a lot of shops, they also have personal CCTV cameras. Let me tell you the two temples that everyone has been speaking about, the Gauri Shankar temple, that temple also along with the Jain temple, they also have many CCTV cameras, most of them looking out, looking at the signal, looking at the signal and also at the pavement, because that's the place where most of the hawkers sit, and those are the busy bylanes. And in this footage also you will be able to see that there are certain people on two-wheelers trying to move onto the other side, but because of the rush they were not able to do that. Immediately they take a U-turn, and then immediately after they take a U-turn you hear the blast, and the hawkers can be seen fleeing. Many people who were out there shopping actually could not understand what was happening. More than 200 CCTV footages, Maria, let me tell you, at the moment are being screened. And this is something that even the Home Minister Amit Shah has been speaking about. Spate of meetings, Maria, they have taken place since last night till today. Very crucial meeting will also take place at 3 p.m. within the Home Minister Amit Shah will be taking that meeting, and tomorrow 5:30 is when the CCS will take place. So looking at all these things, the government very, very clear. What the agencies now need to do, Maria, is to get a clear picture, connect all the dots, get a clear picture and understand what exactly happened. So those are the crucial questions that now need to be answered, and India will give a befitting response, very, very clear from the message that Prime Minister gave from Bhutan. Maria.
Yes, the Cabinet Committee on Security Affairs meets tomorrow. There are some more details which are coming in. Remember, we had accessed the first images of Dr. Shaheen Shahid, and these are doctors, a number of these doctors who are working in multiple cities from Faridabad to Jammu and Kashmir. It's a multi-state operation which has been carried out. Now, let me tell you a word on the role of Dr. Shaheen Shahid. There was an AK-47 linked to the case which was found in a Swift Desire that has been with Dr. Muzammil. So these doctors were in complete sync with each other. They were constantly in touch with each other. In fact, Samarth is reporting from outside Dr. Shaheen's Lucknow residence. So the questions will be asked, what is the role of each and every doctor? Dr. Shaheen here, we want to understand what is her role, because a number of these doctors have been arrested and associates have been named by the police as well, because it's about weapon sources, tracing procurement chains, and also their possible use of university laboratory facilities. All these are a subject of investigation. Did they use the university laboratory facilities for making some explosives? That's also a subject of investigation now. Go ahead, Samarth. What are you seeing outside her Lucknow home?
See, Mario, Dr. Parvez Ansari is a member of Integral University, and he is being on the run, and that's why when UP ATS and local police along with the Jammu Kashmir police reached at the Madiyar residence of Lucknow, the house, the residence was locked. And the second target for the ATS and the police team is currently here. As you see in the visuals, the police teams are also moving across this particular lane from one place to another to assess the situation, because this is the area of Shaheen. क्या आप लोग को शाहीन को लेकर कोई जानकारी मिली अभी तक? अभी तक शाहीन को लेकर कोई जानकारी मिली? Clearly seen and sense the situation out here The police teams are moving from one place to another, as we showed in the live visual. And this is the locality, this is the narrow lane where the residence of Shaheen is located. But as per the police sources, she hardly stayed at this particular place because it was her maternal home. And if you talk about the connection, what you were asking, it is being said by the police sources that she has a deep connection with those terrorists who were arrested by the UP ATS, Gujarat ATS and the Delhi police, and they can have some links to the Red Fort blast. And if you see the visuals out here, this is one particular area, lanes by lanes, long queue of houses out here, and in this particular narrow lane, there is a house of Shaheen. Though we cannot reveal the exact location of the house because police hasn't reached at this particular time, but this is that particular area of Lal Bagh. If I particularly mention the name of area, it's the Khandari market, the Khandari lane area of Lal Bagh, where the location of Shaheen is being reported out here. And if you clearly come across at this particular position, this particular area, then you can clearly get the sense what UP ATS team, because what we are getting from the sources, hardly shortly we will see the UP ATS team along with the Jammu Kashmir police and the local police would be coming at this particular place and will start the raid at this particular location. And if you see the visuals clearly out here, you will get the sense about how deep this particular locality is. Though this is the area, this is one lane out here and this is another lane out here. So it's quite a challenge for the policemen as well, for the ATS as well, to ascertain what exactly is. And it's another big question is because they reached the Mariam location of Lucknow, but before they reached, the main accused, what we say co-accused in this particular matter, had fled. And we can also say something like that could also happen here. But what we are getting from the sources, the house of that particular lady is empty and nobody is inside. It's completely locked. But as ATS team and the police team will be reaching here shortly, we may expect some action out here, be it like the raid or the interrogation out here. But locals are moving at this particular areas from one place to another. But yes, the wait is on for the police and the ATS team. Back to you.
Samarth, a word on where was Dr. Shaheen arrested from?
Maria, the Shaheen's arresting took place in Faridabad, but her maternal home is in Lucknow. And what we got from the ATS sources from Gujarat and Delhi, the home is located in the Lal Bagh locality. So police want to ascertain some part whether there is some connection or if there are her parents still residing in this particular location at the place which she might have told the policemen in the interrogation, then they must come here, because we saw how the UP ATS team along with the Jammu Kashmir police reached the Mariam area, because that area had the residence of that particular doctor who had the slip of Integral University pasted on one of the vehicles, a car placed outside that particular area. And when we spoke to the people, the other residents of that particular area, they clearly said that yes, they have seen that particular doctor many a times, but for 3 to 4 days, you can clearly expect from the day of arresting of these 3 terrorists, that particular doctor of Integral University is on the run. So that clearly shows if he hadn't done anything wrong or if he hadn't had in connection with them, he must not have fled. And that's why ATS teams have reached at this particular location in Mariam. And the second location for them is this particular Lal Bagh area, this Khandari lane. And that's why they are here. And that's why you will expect some raid-like situation in Lucknow, Lal Bagh as well. Back to you.
All right, Samarth, we'll keep coming back to you. In fact, there's a piece of breaking news which is coming in now. The Red Fort blast has underscored a major security lapse by the Delhi police, exposing serious gaps in intelligence coordination and vigilance. And during a search operation in Faridabad, remember, authorities had seized 2,900 kgs of explosives and had arrested a wanted terrorist, Umar Muhammad. Despite Faridabad being right next to Delhi, the questions are being raised about the Delhi police and the special cell. Why were they unaware of this potential threat? And remember, the Gujarat ATS had arrested 3 ISIS operatives who confessed to having conducted this entire, visited Delhi's Azadpur Mandi, one of the busiest markets in Asia, and yet no heightened alert or preventive action followed in the capital. And of course, on 10th November at 6:52 p.m., an I-20 car, which was used in Delhi blast, travelled across several locations in Delhi, and it entered Delhi through Badarpur toll at 8:04 a.m. and was spotted at a petrol pump near the Okhla industrial area at 8:20 a.m. and entered a parking area adjacent to the Red Fort at 3:19 p.m. The car exited the same parking area at 6:22 p.m. and was later seen in Daryaganj, Kashmiri Gate and near Sunehri Masjid. And these movements, combined with missed intelligence warnings, highlight a crucial breakdown in surveillance and inter-agency coordination, particularly around Delhi's high-security zones. Shreya is joining us live from the site of the blast. Shreya, this is a high-security zone of Delhi. Here is a vehicle which enters Delhi from Badarpur border and is seen roaming around, is parked in the parking lot of a high security zone, and still the cops did not know about it. Shreya, if you heard me.
Absolutely, Maria, you know, we keep pointing it out that what kind of a high security zone it also is, because it is the Red Fort. Remember, same place from where the Prime Minister gives an address to the nation every Independence Day. That's the reason we have a 24/7 security analysis, high definition monitoring in this very zone all the time. Where I am right now is the same spot, just barely few meters from where the blast took place. The area has been cordoned off, but the CCTV visuals exclusively accessed by my colleague Aishwarya Paliwal clearly highlights the intensity of the blast. If you see that CCTV visual that she's accessed, it very categorically gives out the kind of blast that took place. You can see the streaks of light that is recorded at exactly somewhere around 6:50. That's exactly the timeline that was also confirmed by the Delhi Police Commissioner. And this is on the other side. Remember, what we are getting information, the CCTV was on the other side, but even after that, a complete huge light streak was recorded. So the intensity of the blast can also be understood from that CCTV image that she has actually managed to access. And in that CCTV, we see how people are running helter-skelter. So the intensity was massive. And right now, these are the key details that are being analyzed by the agencies, multi-state police, multi-agencies, all trying to piece together what transpired. And as we talk, there are multiple more arrests to follow. We are already seeing multiple people being detained and questioned by the Faridabad police. The Jammu and Kashmir police is already questioning those arrested in the terror module picked up from Faridabad. The Delhi police has also detained 4 individuals. So there are a lot of people who are rounded up. Maybe in a little bit of time from now, as the day progresses, we will see some official confirmation on more arrests related to the module that have been made by our agencies.
Shreya, we'll keep coming back to you. Stay tuned and stay with us. And more details coming in with regards to that car which actually exploded, which is an I-20. It was purchased on October 29th, and the I-20 car number HR, which is Haryana number plate, was purchased on October 29. The car was subject to pollution check, and there were 3 people present in that car when that pollution check actually happened. And the video that you are seeing on your television screens, which has been accessed by one of our reporters, is from October 29th at 4:20 p.m. Soon after the car was purchased, it was taken for a pollution check, and police are working to identify all those 3 who were present in that car. Remember, the moment when the blast took place, it was Dr. Umar who was present at the wheel, and he's the one who's believed to have entered Delhi via Faridabad through the Badarpur border and had taken the car near Sunehri Masjid and had finally parked that I-20, which actually exploded. It was used as a suicide bomb and thereafter killing close to 10 people. Okay, we have Munish Pandey joining us live from the site of the blast. Munish, we are looking at these visuals. Now, 3 people can be seen who went to get the pollution check done for this I-20 on the day it was purchased.
Well, Maria, at this point of time, what we are hearing from our sources within the Farida police is that 3 more doctors known to Dr. Umar Muhammad, the prime accused in the Lal Killa blast case, they are being questioned by the Faridabad police as we speak. Also, we have been given to understand is that the police has got some amount of detail as far as these three doctors are concerned. According to sources, these three doctors are known to Dr. Umar Muhammad, and these are suspect as of now in this case. Now the Faridabad police is interrogating all these individuals. They are trying to find out that what type of connection they had with Umar, and also they want to know if at all they were aware of the conspiracy which was being hatched by Umar Muhammad. So a big piece of information which we are getting from our sources within the Faridabad crime branch, and sources say that as we speak their questioning is still going on. Maria.
Okay, Manish, we are looking at those visuals, and the I-20 car was purchased by Dr. Umar on October 20th. Remember, the first original owner of this vehicle was a man named Salman, who had sold it off to multiple people, and this car was sold and exchanged multiple hands, and then finally it was purchased by Dr. Umar from someone who's believed to be his friend in Pulwama. This car was purchased on October 29th, 10 days, in fact 12 days before the blast took place, and the car was taken for pollution control. There were 3 people present at the time the pollution control was being conducted. Munish continues to be with us. So Munish, this is the footage of 29th October at 4:20 p.m. Dr. Umar along with 2 others. Do we know who are these people who were there when the pollution check was happening?
Well, Maria, their identities are being established by the Faridabad police at this point of time. We have been given to understand is that they have some amount of lead, but that lead has not been shared with media as of now. Also, we have been given to understand is that most of the individuals known to Umar Muhammad were working at the same university where Umar Muhammad was working. So overall, it looks like there was a module which was working under white collar, all of them very well placed in the society so that no one had a doubt on what they were doing. But, Umar Muhammad is being tracked tracked by the Faridabad police as well as Delhi police. As far as his car movement is concerned, that has provided a crucial information. At 8 o'clock in the morning from Faridabad police, from Faridabad, Umar Muhammad left in the I-20 car. He came to Delhi. He came to Suneri Masjid parking area. He was here till for almost 3 hours, and then in the evening around 6:40, 6:45, he left the parking area, and the same signal where I am present, he reached around 6:50 when the blast took place. So his vehicle movement is being tracked by the police so that they can get a concrete idea that what he was planning, how he was planning, whether there was anyone else involved in the entire terror act. Those things are being tracked by the police at this point of time, and some crucial leads as far as those individuals who were in touch with Umar Muhammad, and also regarding his vehicle has been tracked by the Haryana police.
Munish, continue to be with us because there is a big piece of breaking news which is coming in now. In fact, the Home Ministry has now handed over the entire investigation of the Delhi blast to the National Investigating Agency, which is the NIA. What will be the role of the NIA becomes extremely important. Remember, we have been saying that this is a multi-agency probe, but the first indication that this could be an act of terror is now coming in. Remember, the NIA will examine terror conspiracy under UAPA, identify masterminds, handlers and financing networks, and will coordinate with the state police and central agencies on interstate and cross-border links, is on the ground and is expected to take over the terror case. Okay. We have Jitendra Bahadur on the phone line joining us. So the Home Ministry handing over the probe to the National Investigation Agency, NIA will be now investigating and examining that possible terror angle. Jitendra Bahadur, if you heard me.
बिल्कुल एनआईए ने इस पूरे मामले को लेकर के लार्जर कॉन्स्पिरेसी देख रही है और इस वजह से एनआईए की तरफ से इस पूरे मामले को टेक ओवर किया गया और केंद्रीय गृह मंत्रालय ने इसके लिए आदेश दिए हैं कि एनआईए इस पूरे मामले की जांच करेगी। रेड फोर्ट के सामने जो वहां पर रेड लाइट है, वहां जो कार पर ब्लास्ट हुआ, इन तमाम चीजों को देखते हुए केंद्रीय गृह मंत्रालय ने ये आदेश दिए हैं कि एनआईए को ये पूरा केस सौंपा जा रहा है। कल से ही हमने देखा कि एनआईए की टीम स्पॉट पर जा चुकी है और पहले से ही वहां एनआईए की जो एफएसएल की टीम है उसने तमाम सबूत इकट्ठा किए हैं। अब केंद्रीय गृह मंत्रालय ने ये आदेश दिया है कि इस पूरे मामले की जांच एनआईए को दिया जाएगा, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से फरीदाबाद मॉड्यूल और इसके साथ साथ दिल्ली में कार में जो ब्लास्ट होता है उसके तार लगातार जुड़ते हुए दिखाई पड़ रहे हैं। ऐसे में एनआईए को ये जांच दे करके गृह मंत्रालय को लगता है कि क्योंकि लार्जर कॉन्स्पिरेसी हो सकती है, इस वजह से इस पूरे मामले की जांच एनआईए को सौंपा जाना चाहिए। जो एफआईआर इसमें लोकल पुलिस ने दर्ज किया है वो पूरी तरीके से अब एनआईए को हैंडओवर किया जाएगा, क्योंकि सुबह ही हमने देखा कि उसमें यूएपीए की धाराओं के तहत एफआईआर दर्ज की गई थी। अब इन तमाम एफआईआर को एनआईए को हैंडओवर किया जाएगा और एनआईए जो है इस पूरे मामले की तफ्तीश बड़े स्तर पर करेगी।
जितेंद्र, अगर ये एनआईए पूरा इन्वेस्टिगेशन अब देखेगी तो सारे एजेंसीज के साथ वही कोऑर्डिनेट करेगी, because NIA is focusing on terror conspiracy, financing, handlers and interstate links. Okay, let's listen in to the soundbite which is coming in now. Okay, these are the visuals coming in from the ground zero. Okay, Munish, come in now. Let's try and understand the role of NIA. How crucial is this fact which is coming in now that the NIA will be probing into this investigation?
Was very much expected, because what we are seeing at this point of time is that at least 3 state police are involved to uncover what has happened at Lal Killa in the national capital. Number one is Jammu and Kashmir police. They raided in Faridabad the premises where explosives were found, and they have made some arrests also in Jammu and Kashmir. They are trying to uncover the entire module and conspiracy. Number 2 is Haryana police, because the place from where these alleged terrorists were operating, the premises was in Faridabad. So Haryana police is already, conducting multiple raids in Haryana. And third one is Delhi police. So to uncover and to have a proper coordination, a need of central agency was very much needed. And NIA is a federal agency in the country which specializes in any terror-related activities. Now, why NIA? Because in past also, what we have seen, Maria, is that whenever there has been any terror module which has been busted by any agency, NIA is the specific agency which has all the details, not only about the nature of explosives, but the most important part is the terror module which have been used, be it Jaish-e-Mohammad, be it Indian Mujahideen, be it Simi. All those terrorists have been arrested by the National Investigative Agency, and it will be, for the NIA, it is going to be a very challenging task, but a proper investigation can be carried out as far as NIA is concerned, because when you coordinate with multiple state police, there is some amount of buffer which you have to face, the hurdle you have to face. But this case going to NIA, it was very much expected, and since last evening, the preparedness of NIA was seen on the ground. They came here, they collected all the evidence. Now the forensic evidence which was collected by the state police, by other agencies, that will also be handed over to the NIA, and now a proper investigation will be carried out by the federal probe agency which specializes in terrorism. Maria.
Significance of this case now being handed over to the NIA. This is in many ways because the NIA is the agency which probes terror-related activities. It is the agency which probes the financing, and also will be coordinating with various other agencies and state police, which is now looking into it. This is, of course, as we have been saying, India's federal counter-terrorism agency. and it was created after the 26/11 Mumbai terror attack, and it was created under NIA Act of 2008, which came into force on 31st December 2008, and hence its role becomes important. An agency which was created after the 26/11 Mumbai terror attack, that is the agency which will be now probing the Delhi blast which happened on 10th at 6:52 p.m. Munish. Me? Okay, so the National Investigation Agency, which is the NIA, is India's federal counter-terrorism police agency, and this is the agency which investigates and prosecutes scheduled offences impacting national security. This is the agency which was created after the 26/11 Mumbai attacks under the NIA Act of 2008 and came into force on 31st December 2008. It is, of course, will be looking into all the terror activities, and the significance of this agency cannot be missed, and the role it will be playing, Munish, because this NIA, as we have been saying, was created after the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks and is now looking into the investigation, will be looking at the financiers and the entire terror module which would have played the role in the Delhi blasts which happened yesterday. Munish.
Absolutely, Maria. And since the Mumbai attack, all the cases under UAPA, that those cases have been investigated by the NIA. Now, Maria, why the entry of NIA becomes extremely important? The official entry of NIA. Every small piece of information in such kind of cases is extremely important, be it the nature of explosive, be it the terror module which was being operated from a certain place. All this information is something which is very crucial. Now, why NIA specializes in these kind of investigations? First part is the module. In past, what we have seen is that whenever NIA has investigated, they have busted those modules, be it the Indian Mujahideen, be it the Simi, be it the Jaish-e-Mohammad terror module. There is a dossier of all those terrorists with the NIA. So they have this information handy when it comes to specializing that who might be responsible for a certain terror attack. Now, second is the nature of explosive. Now, Maria, remember when German bakery blast happened, then for the first time, the agencies got to know that there was a use of ammonium nitrate in huge quantity. And what we saw, Maria, at that point of time, number of casualties were huge when it came to German bakery Pune blast. Similarly, in the train blast in Mumbai, ammonium nitrate was used. So the nature of explosives in this case also is ammonium nitrate plus fuel plus detonator. All these things becomes extremely important because when it comes to terror activities, there are certain terror groups which specializes in making such kind of explosives. Also about the detonator, because just a while back where I'm standing, Maria, a team from the forensic lab was here to collect more evidence, because still the agencies are trying to piece together all those small pieces of evidence so that they can find out what kind of detonator was used in this Lal Killa blast. So all these things becomes extremely important when it comes to state police. Of course, they also have their counter-terror agencies like ATS, Special Cell in Delhi. They are also qualified to do that. But when it comes to multiple states, be it Jammu Kashmir, be it Haryana, be it Delhi, then our federal agency is best equipped to handle those investigations. And that is why, because of the experience what NIA has, it becomes extremely important that the case should be investigated by the NIA. Parallelly, other agencies will also be working, but NIA at this point of time has those specialization where they can not only crack the case, but they can also arrest the mastermind behind this conspiracy and the attack. Maria.
So we are talking about what will be the remit of NIA. It will examine a terror conspiracy under UAPA, identify masterminds, handlers and financing networks, and coordinate with the state police. As we have been saying, it's a multi-state probe also now. Jammu and Kashmir, Haryana police, Uttar Pradesh ATS, all of them have been involved in this, and also Delhi police special cell. We are putting out those details, Munish, of the role of various agencies, NIA, NSG, all of them are now investigating, and also the role of NIA in particular. Munish, here is an incident which has shaken the entire police establishment and the intelligence agencies of the country because it comes on the day that the new form of terror module, which is of course the white collar terror module, was unraveled, and then the blast happens right in the midst of a security zone, a high security zone.
Well, Maria, the nature of blast has been very surprising, not only for the people who stay in this area, but also for the counter-terror agencies. As far as, Delhi police is concerned, they are tracking the movement of the prime suspect in the case, that is Dr. Umar Muhammad. As far as the other agencies are concerned, be it the NSG, be it the FSL of Delhi police, they are collecting evidence to piece together what exactly happened and the quantity of explosives used in this kind of blast. Also, Maria, what is important here is to unfold everything what happened since yesterday. There was a raid happening at Faridabad. There was, at that point of time, only one accused which was absconding, that was Dr. Umar Muhammad. Delhi police was made aware by the Jammu Kashmir police, by the intelligence agencies, that this person is absconding, he has to be arrested. But still, he managed to come to this place in the national capital where I'm standing, and he managed to conduct the blast. But, the agencies are also figuring out what exactly was happening when he left from Faridabad and why he decided to, conduct this blast at Lal Killa.
Yes.
According to sources and what theories are being probed by the Delhi police is that he might have panicked after the raid because all his associates were arrested by the Delhi police. And when he panicked, he decided to, become a fidain, do a fidain attack, and that might have, forced him to conduct this particular blast in this particular area, which is not only sensitive, but it is highly crowded. In the evening, Maria, you were here last evening, it is always crowded. There are thousands and thousands of people in this area. So what exactly happened, these things are still being
subject of investigation, Munish, but the big piece of breaking news which is coming in now is that it is the National Investigation Agency, the topmost counter-terrorism agency of the country, which will be now investigating the Delhi blast which took place yesterday.